So we also have grants, right? Andrina just applied for a grant. How many grants have you applied for? A lot, right? And you know what's interesting too? I'll tell you this, on a spiritual side, every single time I've tried to apply for a grant, something spiritually happens where my ancestors have completely derailed me. Mm-hmm. Every single time. Every single time. There has to be a reason for that. It forced me to own everything. Mm-hmm. It forced me to own everything. And because now I own everything, I can actually have a vantage point to look and see, because they talk to me differently at the bank because I own it all, right? And I have the ledger. So the ledger actually represents everything that I have. Now, I don't want you to go ahead and say, all right, well, I have this t-shirt that I made. This t-shirt brand has this logo. Okay, this is one asset and I'm going to just put this on my ledger. No, you're going to look at your t-shirt line and you're going to make an entire fashion distribution line, okay? The reason why we're getting these estates is these estates will be your warehouses and your factories. There'll be children's hospitals. There'll be animal sanctuaries. There'll be food forests, okay? All of these things are going to allow you to distribute and create. Because if you have a food forest on your land, you can make your own property. You can make your own stuff. All your botanicals that you need, anything that you need to build leathers or anything in an actual ethical way is all on the land. We can grow our own mycelium. We grow our own cannabis. We've already been doing it, most of us. Most of us have actually already been doing it, right? So the thing is if we have everybody with the capacity of what we have among us doing it, it comes much more easier. It cuts the timeline down completely. For each asset, when it comes down to it, for each house that we get, each estate, it's already set up through Nomad Capitalists. What I did with Nalis was actually the one that suggested the Nomad Capitalists. We spoke to them. They actually have teams across the world globally, and their teams hire for us. So when we have the estate set up, right? Each of the estates, I need each of you to be prepared to take on 5, okay? You're not going to be the person that is fully in charge. You will have entire staffs. Like I said, the Nomad Capitalists, I said to them, I need to hire 200 people per estate. Okay? That's also planters. That's people to feed, people to help with it and everything. But what we're also doing, because the biggest harm is people keep going into these communities and they extract. They don't add anything to it. I deliberately picked places that wealthy people keep buying houses and just leaving vacant and not doing anything. So I'm just going to buy them. And then we'll be able to go ahead and put people from the community into these homes. Okay? That's the number one goal, is putting the community into these luxury mansions. That's the number one goal. And we have the forest set up. We have everything set up, right? So each person, so main stewards, 5 estates, okay? So this doesn't mean that I need you to police people. Every single person that's picked for this grid is very capable. Every single person. This is people, every single person on this I trust with my life. That means that every single person, all we have to do Sundays is call up each other, talk on the log, and we just go over what does the house need? What are the damages? What's being done? What business activities do you need? What kind of money? What kind of contracts have to be done? Are you bringing people into this house for business? Are you filming a show here? Do you need this house for a movie? Right? We set every house up. So there are certain houses that are dated back to the 1500s. They're going to be set up like that to film anything old times. We have something that's set up for the 70s, right? Anything 70s time period. Every single place is going to be a miniature film set, okay? And that film set, you are a guardian of, okay? But it's 5 estates. And that means that your family, everyone around you, you're going to be helping picking these people that are going to stay in the other 5 estates. I'm sure that everybody can think of people that they trust with their lives as well that want to live in these estates, and it would be beneficial for them. We're all coming into completely different times, you know, and we also have to be very willing to travel. One of the things about this is what's important is security, okay? When we start to be louder about this, one of the things is people are going to start to catch on, okay? So security is already something that is thought of in advance. So I want everyone to kind of like brush that off in their mind. Any worries or concerns around security or anything like that. That I understand taking on a new net worth and going from this to that is a fundamental change. Okay? That's a fundamental change. But I am 1,000% sure every single one of us have gone through a fundamental change. So some estates will be in pairs. And that's because
pairs or Paris?
No,
pairs.
Oh, well, there's gonna be no. So pairs. So there is actually a house in Nice, France. There's a few houses in France and stuff like that. So
when you say pairs, you mean they're gonna be next to each other?
Yeah, there's gonna so the thing is I found that there was quite a few estates that were right next to each other. And so in Spain, there's 2 houses next to each other. New Zealand, there's 2 houses next to each other. Puerto Rico, there's 2 houses next to each other. So if I can get a house that's right next to each other at the same time, I'm going to do that just for privacy reasons as well, right? So we can get the 2 estates. One of the things is we picked out 58 already. One of the issues that I was coming across last year was when I would pick out the estate, I would see something disappear and then I'd be like, just heartbroken and stuff for like 2 days. And then it like dawned on me, I'm like, I can always buy the house from the next buyer. So yeah, so that's something that is very, very important. I want you guys to even think about this for yourselves, is look at, if you see something that you want, okay, unless someone's going to go melt it down somewhere, don't worry, okay? It can come to you when your money is aligned, right? One of the things that's very important as well when it comes down to the different estates is just us being prepared for the fact that this is actually the rest of our lives. This is something that, like, Morgan knows, I tried to like pawn off my money last year just to see like if I could. I couldn't. I ended up getting more. So it doesn't work like that. So it compounds. And especially if you have good intent. Okay? If you have good intent, that money compounds so quickly you can't do much about it, right? So anybody else? Any other like questions?
Go ahead.
So everybody is supposed to have 5 estates?
5 estates each.
That they're like watching?
So it's basically you're going to be given the security of it. So another thing, something me and Nessa talked about is these estates are going to be filming all the time. But you will be able to have the codes to trigger it to stop filming you in specific times. But for our own security, because these are like, some of these are $50 million estates. You don't want to be in there without cameras on. Like, just, it's fair to you. Like, you might feel like, oh, well, I want to twerk it down. Girl. Listen, it's going, it's going in the archive. Don't worry. I'm not going to film it to release it. None of that. It is for your security. You're going to have security at the house.
So if you show up
but
and you're
can somebody,
in distress.
hold on, can I ask a question? Can somebody just come and like rip out your tooth?
No, it's based on your face. It's going to be based on your face and your smile, your authentic smile, and it's going to be a grill. It's not going to be inserted. It's just going to be a gold grill, and it's going to come with a security thing that you will have it locked, and then you just put the grill in. When you want to open the doors, just smile, give a real smile, and then it'll let you in. But that's something that is so, again, if you go out and you're like, you say you want to go party in Dubai, and then somebody goes ahead and they won't leave you, right? And you might have a straggler and stuff like that. Your faces, Okay, I'm sorry for anybody. Don't, like, all of y'all have real faces. Okay, I'm just saying it. Everybody has their real face here. Okay, so that means that if you don't smile, you can't get in. If you don't do an authentic smile. So there's different security measures. We have lots of different things that we've set up just so people are safe inside the houses. Yeah.
That sounds like Wakanda.
Well, here's the thing, right? Each security measure has to be an asset. So the thing is it adds to the value of the house. Okay? Depending on what kind of security you have, right? So if I put the highest security into the house, that means that the house is worth $1 billion house, right? Versus me paying $4 million for the house and then just sitting there and like, oh, I have this $4 million house. No, if I soup up the house with security, you can raise the value of the house. Yep. So all things that add to the grid. They're all things that help us so that we can leverage and, and again, things take time, but certain things with money won't take time. There's going to be certain things that you guys are going to be seeing moving faster than life itself.
I have a few, but I want to start with one, backtracking to when you were mentioning grants. So are you saying that when you apply for grants, you don't own the material that you apply for?
It depends on the contract of the grant that you apply for.
Okay, because that was something I made sure of. Like, there are certain grants, especially with like art grants, they want to make sure that you yourself are the owner of the art and
the title
like,
ship.
yeah, they don't like to have producers involved. They don't like to have that kind of stuff as well. So as long as it's one of those, you're good.
One of those, you're good, and it'll always be in the contract.
Perfect.
What about if you upload it to social media? Then are you basically giving away your ownership?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
And well, here's the thing.
It's kind of like you're licensing. It's kind of you're giving them the rights to
use it.
The rights
Like
to
a
use
license,
it,
right?
Free.
but
free.
it's also here's the thing. It also one of the most important things for you to do if you make something, always make it off platform. Okay? So if you make anything, make it off platform. So if you have an Instagram video, that Instagram video should be made off of Instagram.
And then uploaded rather than using Instagram to create the video. Like
Exactly, because if you
Watermark.
use Instagram to make the video, they own it.
Really?
Yeah.
But do they put an invisible watermark in it, or is it just the visible
Well,
watermark?
it's in their contract. So
It's in the contract.
When you signed up to have a YouTube channel, or a profile, Instagram profile, it's in your long contract that you agreed to. You
But
just know
how do
whatever
they
retail.
know that I recorded it?
It's so basically anything that is made on their website will have data imprinted into it that is a DCMA, right? And then right away, as soon as that hits, then you start to get your copyrights and everything. That's what they use for television clips now. Yeah, so that's how certain television clips can get you.
Yeah, it's gonna get even better because they have huh?
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, they have like invisible watermarks now for AI as well. So like you can't even see it, and it's in the footage. Like they used to just tag it,
Yeah.
and like stuff like that, but now it's just ingrained. You can't even see it.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, and when it comes to like the different AI platforms, if you're going to be creating anything, make sure you're paying for a pro account.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you need the commercial license, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll ingrain it with stuff.
Yeah, because if
It's
it's not a paid account, you're using the free account, they own all of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's crazy how much money I put into the AI, but like my whole idea was I was like, if I put enough of me into the AI, I have enough leverage to go ahead and say to them that they owe me some shit. So they do now. They actually do. Because the thing is that's another thing that we have that's a pretty cool ability, because I don't know if some of you've seen it, my face pops up in the default AI for most of the default AI because I trained it, right? So the thing is because that happened, I'm allowed to say to them, take my likeness out if you don't do this. So that means that the issue around AI data centers and everything, we are actually able to reach out to them and say, hey, you have this person's likeness embedded in your system. It's part of the entire culture of your system. Take it out. until you deal with this. So we have contracts and stuff like that to enforce certain things that give us that like a kind of like a helpful ability with like the AI stuff. Because they're not trying to pay for nothing.
Yeah.
Of course not.
They're not trying to pay for it.
But they will, because they have the money. As long as you can do that.
You have to take. You actually have to reach out to them and.
They get sued like all the time by companies being like, "You have our likeness in your stuff," and they're like, "Well, if you're gonna make us pay, then we'll pay. But if you're not gonna make us pay, then we're just not gonna pay."
It's the same where my voice shows up in the AI music.
Oh my goodness!
And I didn't put my voice in the AI music, but I have 300 songs, so of course it's going to show up.
They just adopted it.
Yeah, so it's fine. I'll come back around. Like I got my 3 kids for a reason. They're gonna get this lake back. Anything else, Andrina?
Oh man. Okay, so where do I start?
And it's all good. I pick her brain about this stuff every week. For the past 6 months.
Okay. All right, let's start with the breaking down, because going by what you told us to focus on like, you know, what our boundaries are, what our capacity is, what we want to be involved in, what we don't want to be involved in, stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Assets that you've created in the different fields.
Yep.
I know for me personally, like my strength and where my focus is production, film production, as well as in the world of nutrition. That those are where my strengths are, and I don't mind lending anything that I can in those areas.
That's
so
awesome.
do you already have assets created in those areas?
So I have an entire like asset class that's for like food sovereignty.
Yes.
Right? So food sovereignty, holistic nutrition. Another thing as well is not just the food sovereignty side, but we have the entire production side of everything. Okay. So that's something that I actually really need somebody that is with your type of expertise in film to kind of like take at the helm with the film, because there's several ones. So I have an actors accord. So for actors, every single actor, we gotta overpay. Like every single person has to be overpaid. They have to own their likeness. We have to do contracts like that. The actors are going to be working inside this grid. Like imagine we have the 58 estates up, right? And so we have these different actors filming and working in it. They, of course, we have to have unions and stuff like that. We have to work with it. I've made the assets so that they work with existing unions, but we can always create our own unions once we get to it. The Accord helps with that. We have, for the actual filming, we have the actual crew set. So I can give you like all the information for like what we would need for an actual film crew and how much we would be paying them. It's all broken down, but it also explains like the different equipment that we're going to be getting, because each estate, once we get there, we're getting RE cameras, Hollywood cameras, everything, drones, automatically. Every single estate is going to be CCTV ready. It's going to be RE cam ready. So that's literally just the camera that they have, right? In Hollywood. So we're going to be ready at that point. There's also going to be like just different ones where we'll have like the filming equipment, like moving around the house, automatics and stuff like that. We'll have that set up. I'll definitely need your help in that regard. For the restaurants and stuff like that, one of the things that I really like pictured for you, Andrina, was the Salamander Salam, where it's teaching people about the holistic nutrition while also teaching them culinary arts and teaching them like food accessibility and stuff like that, right? I really pictured you in that realm.
Of course, because no matter how far I fly, people are always going to keep me there.
I seen you there, and like
that's where you met me, so I get that.
I seen you there, and so the thing is mind you though, I need support in several asset classes, right? So the food sovereignty, I need support with that, right? I'll show you the different ones that we have for that. Like probably about like close to like 12 assets are like food focused. Okay. So, and again, like it all starts at the estate level. So that means like I would like, that's why I asked for you to be one of the main stewards, because I would need you. So this is reference to all 5 main stewards will have to be able to be ready to fly around. Okay, so that means like things are going to be set up like helicopters, like flights and stuff like that. So everybody be good, jets and stuff. Okay, so everyone's good in that way. So all you have to do is call. For the first year, we'll be doing charter private flighting for the first year. By the second year of after fiat activation, we'll have a jet. So we just are going to do this just for tax reasons. There's certain write-offs that happen if you just make sure that you use like if you use the charter for the first, there's certain write-offs that you could get for admissions. So charter flight. So it'll be a private flight. It's a private plane, but it's chartered out. So that's other people have access to that.
So it's like when you book a ticket to fly somewhere, but instead of like a plane that fits like 100 strangers, it's a private small plane that only like I guess people who can afford it get to use.
Still strangers, but yeah.
Still exactly, but you won't be sharing when you use it. You won't be sharing it with other people.
You don't share with anybody.
But you don't own the plane.
Right.
Yeah. So for the first year, we're gonna do that. And the thing is that's also because I have to get the helicopters first. There's certain parts, like some of the estates that I picked and some of the places that they're at, you can't actually access them without helicopters. So a helicopter has to be like the first thing. So it's certain things that we're going to be doing in stages, and everybody's going to know. I'm going to keep everybody in the loop, and I don't want to overwhelm anybody with it, but I just want you to also understand the logistics of it so that you can also replicate it. You can teach other people how to do it, right? But you also feel secure in it. Like, that's the most important thing, is that you understand this is also yours, right? Like, as long as you know, like, this is, like, it might have fifth house lines, but it's also yours. Every single one of you, right?
You need a subscription for everything now.
Well, you know what's really messed up? In 2019, when I wrote my book, I said that the world's going to become a subscription world, and I didn't mean it like...
Literally.
And people still message me like, damn you.
No, open source all the way.